Bisleri. Drink it up.
For the first time Northeast made it to the playoff. It came at the expense of Jamshedpur, in fact. And the Red Miners drew 0-0 against Chennai when they could have overtaken the Highlanders. As for Northeast, they drew 3 of their last 4 games that season. And then there was that 2-point gap, an advantage that they may count. Here's Bala. Early ball in. Patrikawa tries to get there. A clever idea from Nikhil Bala to find Sanan on that one. Jitin. Nesta. Bit of a slicer. Beautiful touch from McCartan, who could not control it from Ajarwe's cushioned pass towards him. Now Jitin has it again. And the ball skips away towards Mobashir. One back. Urgent. As both these sides fan the infant flames of this second knockout game.
We can certainly see the adrenaline levels a little bit high with the players. That's why the mistakes are happening. It's sort of uncharacteristic mistakes. Saw it earlier with McCartan, later with Jitin, and now again, it's just high expectations.
Jitin's cross in, floating over Ajare's run. Exactly the kind of start you want in a game like this.
Yeah, we saw that yesterday as well, and this is where sometimes you just look at the players have, you look at it through there. That's uncharacteristic from Javi, and I think he's just a deflection has come off him. It's not sort of a deliberate back pass. And here we have a look at this. It's a cushion touch from Ajare into McCartan. He just couldn't control it, wasn't expecting it. And this is where you can start to see the heart rate of these players. It's the first knockout stage for the likes of McCartan and a lot of these players. So there will be nerves, and that's just what, it's a case of how to settle them down. We saw that yesterday with some of the players. They couldn't control the emotion of the game, and they let the game get away from them.
An open game, in open play. Jamshedpur have let in 35. One Patu Banali's men have scored 34. And that's why they've been so good to watch this season. As for the Khalid Jamil connection, took Northeast to their second ever playoff place. Now brings Jamshedpur to the same destination. Almost now after so many years of the Indian Super League and of the second division as well going on. It's almost like you can't not talk about Khalid Jamil when there's a game happening. As Sanan takes a snapshot. Couldn't catch it proper.
There's Tipu. Football that we're going to see from Jamshedpur, where they're going to look to get from back to front quickly and try and then look to exploit the aerial advantage from crosses and set pieces.
Jitin again. Just waiting for someone to hang back for that ball that deflects once the defenders have touched it. Wonderful reverse ball into the path of Samte. Samte floats it in. Touched away by Uves. Here's Redeem. Saw in the first couple of games in Shillong how the ball was skipping away and out of control, but this grass has seen enough football over the last couple of weeks.
Well, I think the ground is pretty much the same. I think what the players have done is probably gone and invested in the right kind of boots, but I think a lot of players didn't have the right footwear.
McCartan.
And I think that's what we were noticing. A lot of players just couldn't keep their footing. A few of the Indian players in the India team as well. Similar. This boy who got his call up for the Indian national team is full of confidence this season. Scored against these opponents earlier on in the season. So he'll certainly be looking to do that again. Yeah, this is where Samte had the time. It looked like there was a little foul on Stephen Eze he seemed to go down. Must have been some sort of contact for Stephen Eze to have gone down in that manner.
Good battle between Sanan and Redeem Talang as well. Down the left wing of Jamshedpur. Lots of time and space for McCartan to operate. Samte steps in and sends McCartan outside. Nicely past Pranay. Jitin surely must have thought of it initially to hit first time, but it was too difficult. Northeast Tavid, Redeem with a great ball. Albino keeps it just out. All kinds of chaos in the box. How close was that? The replays will tell us. I wonder whether there's a handball as well in that blend.
Yeah, we'll have a look at it. There was time for him for Redeem to deliver. He's just put a dangerous ball that's bounced in front of him. It looked like, according to the assistant, he seemed to be saying that it's come off of the arm of McCartan, but I don't think it's. I'm gonna have a look at it here. Yes, it certainly has come. Part of his arm didn't cross. The whole of the ball didn't cross all of the line, so it would have been controversial.
Another good save from Albino Gomes, though. Had to stay sharp. It's probably one of the most entertaining beginnings to an Indian Super League game so far.
Yeah, but it was a wonderful cross from Redeem. It was just asking for someone to just come and attack, that it just needed the slightest of touches to put Northeast in the lead, and you've got to put that down as an absolute gilt-edged chance, and McCartan should have scored that.
Nice flick on for Sanan. Tachikawa also getting into those spaces between Bemama and Redeem. The urge to run again. Muscled out of the way by Uves. That is strength and long legs against the speed. Here's that cross again.
Yeah, we have a look at this. I think he's almost gone past the ball, or maybe should have just thrown his head at it, diving header. If he got any touch, I think if this had crossed the line, that would definitely have to be as given as handball. But it's a good save by Albino Gomes once again to make sure. Just pushes that away.
The busiest player on the pitch, Jitin.
Come on.
Bemama. Tachikawa escaping him. You can see why they score so many goals in the first 15 minutes of a game, Northeast. The kind of start they've displayed tonight as well. Bala. Fleet-footed. Good strong ball in the box as well. Javi Hernandez, it's set up wonderfully on his left side. First he couldn't control that early ball from Bala, and this one everyone expected the net to bulge.
Yeah, once again, get the ball in the wide areas. Nikhil Bala gets his head up, and once the ball's fallen to Javi, again uncharacteristic from Javi in this position on his left foot. You'd have almost bet your house on it that he would hit the target. But that is sometimes the occasion of a knockout game, the little pressure. Players just trying sometimes that little bit too hard to impress.
7 goals already for Javi this season. Ajare. Is that his first sighter?
Yeah, I think we've had early goals in the fixtures both the times these two sides have met this season, and Ajare got on the score sheet already at this point when they met earlier in the season, so probably feeling that he hasn't had enough of the ball already in the game. Well, the attacks come down the opposite flank. Just needs an early sighter.
Bala once more. Slightly advanced role for him. Filling in the boots of Imran, who's on the bench. Beautiful weight on that pass, but Jitin's run, feeling it was more acute rather than obtuse.
Yeah, I think he's got to get on the sprint earlier. Just slightly overhit, needed that ball angling away from the goalkeeper and probably into his run. And that is the risk if Jamshedpur do push up and try and play a high line. There's so much pace on this northeast side. We've seen the last time these two sides met, they exploited that space in behind.
Nesta was taken out by Eze from behind. Jitin's crossing is just over Ajare again. I wonder whether the referee is going to call it back. Have a look at Nesta. He's being surrounded. Possibly Northeast players asking for some kind of punishment.
Yeah, Eze just once again just losing sight of his man, has gone to ground, tackle from behind. That has to be a yellow card. The referee has done well to play the advantage, but because he's played the advantage, will he book Eze? That is the question.
It is a booking. Into the book. Eze went into the book.